Hello everyone, my name is Jalen Brunson and let's get you some freaking blessings, shall we? Let's get into it. Listen, babe, I want you to be able to have anything that you truly desire. And I know when I say that, a lot of people think, what this be talking about? Like, are you serious? Can we actually have anything that we desire, anything that we want? I've never experienced that in my life before, so why all of a sudden would that happen to me now? Bet. Let me tell you something. So when it comes to being able to actually, have your blessings in this life and to feel like you're living a blessed life, there's something really important. And whether you're on the religious side of things or the spiritual, more flowy side of things, this is something that both of us can relate to and everybody can relate to a certain level, hopefully in some kind of way, right? Especially the people who have a tendency to be drawn to my work and my channel. So what I want you guys to understand when it comes to blessings, and being blessed basically means that things are going your way. It's like the money's coming towards you, the right people are coming towards you, the right opportunities are coming towards you, the love, the abundance, you just feel blessed in life. You just feel really, really freaking good about life in general. And you just feel like you're just divinely chosen, right? You know how they always say the chosen one, the chosen people? That's kind of how you feel. You just feel like you're walking around and just receiving a lot of things from people in the most blessed way. Now, that's the key word I want you guys to remember when it comes to this whole topic, receiving. As you know, on my channel, I discuss a lot about divine feminine energy. But when we talk about that from an esoteric level, so the deeper meaning of feminine energy, it's not just about how you dress and how you look and whether you wear makeup or how you talk. It's really about the energy that you radiate, and it's about being able to tap into the part of yourself that knows how to receive. And I talk a lot about this in other videos. Check out my video that I made about receiving, my longer length video. But this is a major aspect that I highlighted at the end of that video, but I really, really, really want to get ingrained into y'all right now, because I'm telling you, it might be cliche, but it really is transforming. Sometimes the most simple things are the most life-changing things. We just like to complicate things because we're not used to actually having ease in our life. That's why we need the divine feminine principle. The number one way that really helps you to receive in this life, so receiving, right? The feminine principle is receiving energy, holding energy, and birthing things out into this existence and physical plane, in a sense. So what does that mean? So the first key that you want to really understand is gratitude. You want to get into this place where you have gratitude in your life. And recently in my life, I just had like a renaissance of gratitude energy, because I really felt, especially around the new moon in Leo, which happens to be my moon, right? My Leo energy. Shout out to my birthday on August 14th, okay? But no, seriously, around that new moon in Leo, something that I really got highlighted to me was this sense of understanding that no matter what I'm going through, or no matter where I was in my past and all the things that I went through, I was never alone. I was never ever alone. There was always something outside of myself. Whether you call it God, whether you call it Jesus, whether you call it the universe, your subconscious mind, everything is cohesive and everything in this universe is working in my divine favor. I have a belief that everything in this universe, that everything that happens to me is working out in my highest good. So even if things appear to be negative, it's actually a positive for me, whether I have to wait or I have to have patience, whatever the case is. I know that it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. And I had that really deep realization again recently, where I really looked back on my life and I just remembered certain things and every single thing, and I recognized that it's all purposeful. Nothing is wasted. Absolutely nothing is wasted. You're not wasted. You're not wasted goods. Anything that happens to you negatively, it's not just something that's happening to you. It's truly happening in your highest good. And I saw that. I felt the presence of God. Like, I felt the presence of the universe around me. And for the first time in a very long time, I got to this place where I felt like, I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. I surrender. That's actually a huge portion of the divine feminine essence. Because, you know, the masculine energy is about logic and thinking things through and, you know, just kind of going after it, taking action. That's why, you know, you'll have some people they'll do like a manifestation ritual or some type of magic, right? And then they'll be like looking for results and thinking about how it's going to happen. And what do they always tell you? Let go of the outcome because you don't understand the divine plan. But you really, one of the biggest ways that you can step into your divine feminine energy is here's the first tip, having a relationship with God, universe, spirit guides, your angels, whatever you believe in. I do not care. As long as you have a relationship with the creator, the higher power, goddess, God, whatever. This is gonna help you. You know why? Because once you can see that there is a divine plan in every single thing, and you can trust and have faith, then it's gonna be easy for you to let go and to stop pushing an outcome. And when you're able to let go and trust in that source, and you trust that everything is working out, you trust that you already set your intention, so you don't have to worry about it any longer. When you're in that trusting period and that surrender period, that's when the thing can actually come towards you, and that's when you can actually receive your blessings. But when you're constantly worried about an outcome and trying to figure it out, and you feel stuck and you're just constantly in your head, you leave no room for the blessing to come in. So the first key tip in being able to receive more in this life is having trust and having faith in the universe, in source, in God, whatever you believe in. Like for me, it was really so powerful. It was so powerful because I had that realization, I had that knowing, and then all of a sudden, once I realized that I truly was never alone, even in my darkest times, even in the times where it felt like I was lost, I was never alone. It was all planned and it was all happening for me. I didn't know it in the time, but it was all happening for me. I literally fell to the floor with just tears and my eyes rolling just all over me, right? And I just had this overwhelming sense of gratitude for everything in my life. Everything. For every person, for my body, for my family, for my friends, for my house, for my home, for life itself. 2, you have to develop an overwhelming sense of gratitude. The more gratitude that you can experience now in your life, the more that you'll be able to receive. Oh my God, another one of those things. It's actually so true. And this is not fake gratitude. This is having real gratitude, really truly understanding that instead of always comparing yourself to people who have more than you and you feel like, you know, you're doing less, think about the people who have less than you. Think about how it could have been so much worse, but it's not. Have some gratitude, even for like my body. I remember I used to be so insecure about my body, about my hair, about everything. And then I recognized the fact that I'm literally a beautiful human being, that I'm literally a human being who's living and breathing and has life. When you recognize that it could have been way worse in all aspects, and that you have this blessing right now, it's so much easier for the things that you want to come in. So you need to play the abundance game with yourself, because when you're jealous, when you feel like you're stuck in that place where you just have nothing, it's because you're stuck in a place of lack, and you need to play the abundance game. You need to look around you and think about every single thing. Just point out things in your life or point out things in your room that you're grateful for. Like, damn, I'm grateful for the air. Like, damn, I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for this room and having a place to stay. Like, there's people out here who are really struggling. And like I said, I woke up in the morning at 6 a.m. with my amethyst by my side and I really just cried because I'm like, holy crap, I have nothing to feel bad about. There is nothing to complain about. I have food, I have shelter, I have peace, I have friends, I have family, and yes, I might not have all the money in the world. Yes, I might not have, you know, my own place yet. Yes, I might not have whatever, but I have me and I have source, and I'm never alone. And I'm being guided, like I'm literally being guided directly where I need to go. All you have to do is set the intention of what you want, to be very clear about what you want and not what you don't want. Because when you focus on what you don't want, that's what's gonna grow in your life. But when you really take away the layers and you do the work to find out what truly is it that you want, and not what you think you want, but what truly will satisfy your soul, you declare that, you define that for yourself, and you get to that place where you acknowledge it and you let go, and then you just let God do the work for you. And then you do this co-creation with the universe, where then you're gonna have ideas. People are gonna come in, and those people are going to direct you exactly in the place that you need to go. Those ideas that will just pop up in your mind, you act on them. That's the masculine principle. When those people invite you out, you go. If it feels right, you go. That's the co-creation aspect, where you just let go, you surrender, and you allow God to guide you to where you need to go. And that's what I'm recognizing more and more when I think about my life, especially this year. There is absolutely no mistakes. If you feel like you're in a bad position right now, this is gonna be a part of your success story. This is gonna be the exact moment that makes your success story juicy. Don't look at it as something negative happening to you. It's happening for you. You just can't see it yet. But if you expand your mind and expand your perspective, you're gonna be able to see why this is happening to you and the wisdom that it's gonna give you. 3, how to receive more. Patience. That is the next thing. Patience and trusting. Patience and trusting, and really what it comes down to is faith, right? It's this understanding that you are grateful for everything in your life, but at the same time, you're ready for more, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you don't look at the current moment like there's something wrong. You are in love with the process. You see, the masculine energy is the outcome, and the feminine energy is the process. It's the highs and the lows. It's the story. It's the juice, right? It's what makes the thing in life fulfilling, the actual process of getting there. Because honestly, truly, like for example, when it comes to people who they want money, they think they want $1 million and they think they want $100,000. Let me tell you something. You'll get your first 100,000, and then you'll be like, wow, this is so cool with X, Y, and Z. And then you'll make 200,000. Then you'll make 300,000. Then you'll make 400, 500. And then it gets to a point where you realize that this shit is literally just a bunch of numbers, and money isn't actually real. What actually is real is the pathway and all the stuff that you learn to get there. What actually is real is the connections that you meet and that you make with people. The actual real stuff and raw stuff, the juicy stuff, is in the story and in the experience of life. So you ought to be present. You ought to be present, and you ought to be grateful. Because if you get into that space now and you're able to look at your current life and be okay with it and be good with it and be like, holy crap, I know I want more, but this stuff is cool too, right? That's when more comes to you. And that's how you can allow yourself to even stretch out your faith and patience. Because that's usually where most people mess up. They set the intention, they do the ritual, but then they have issues with trusting that it will actually come. You gotta have that relationship with the universe. You gotta have that relationship with God, where you can actually say, yes, I trust you, I surrender, I know that you're gonna bring me exactly what I want, because you've done this so far, and you've done that again and again throughout my whole entire life. I know that you have this path laid out for me, and I can't figure it out right now. I don't know exactly how it's gonna work. I know that you know how it's gonna work. So I'm gonna let go of the reins. Just guide me step by step. Give me the next step. Give me the second step after that. Give me the third step after that. And listen. Don't like get the opportunity and then not do it. Take the opportunity. But that comes from a place of patience and trust. Stop trying to figure things out. That's all logic. That's all masculine energy. You can't figure this ish out. You cannot figure out the universe right now from this human perspective. Maybe later, after, like when we go into the afterlife or when we reincarnate, whatever the case is. But for right now, you can't figure this ish out. So don't try to run your brain out trying to figure it out, right? Just allow it to unfold. And imagine, it's kind of like a woman, you're turning on a woman, she needs a lot of foreplay, right? So instead of going right to the action, foreplay, enjoy the foreplay, enjoy the pleasure of life. And get excited that any day now could be your big breakthrough. Any day now your love could come into your life. Any day now, and you don't know, and that's what makes life worth living. It's what makes it exciting. So be patient, practice having patience, and you do that by enjoying yourself in the present moment and living your life to the fullest. Now guys, if you really want to do the inner work, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I poured my soul into this course, Goddess of Worth, and it just released. I'm so excited, I'm so grateful. Guys, when I tell you this course, if you do this work, it will change your life. It will change your financial life, and it will also change and upgrade your romantic life as well. You wanna know why? Because I've done the work and I've seen the changes in my actual life. And I've seen this work even help when it comes to people I've coached using the exact same stuff that I've taught in that course and everything like that. So definitely check out that course, take the course. If you are ready to change your life, invest in yourself, invest in your inner work. I've invested thousands of dollars in my inner work, and when I tell you, you are telling yourself when you do that, that you are worth it and that you are ready to go to the next level. I don't know exactly how, but it works, guys. Take the course, do the inner work that will change your outer reality, because it's changing who you are and your perspective of life. And literally, you can be able to tap into this juicy life experience where you're free, where you're abundant, where you're sexy and magnetic. Check out the course, change your life. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I'm doing VIP days where you can work with me one-on-one on a luxurious, deep healing experience in the Florida area. So check out all my offers down below in the description box, and I'll see you and I'll see you in another beautiful video. Peace.